Welcome to Titan Recap, where we will recap and discuss the latest in Titan athletics. My name is Dylan Shabilsky. We have a lot of sports to talk about tonight, but before we talk about the thing everyone wants to talk about, which is, of course, women's basketball, we've got to send some love to track and field. Jacob, what do you have for us?
The Oshkosh women's track and field team accumulated a total of 94 points in the WIAC Championship presented by Culver's. They won two events on Saturday, that was February 24th, to finish in second place. UW La Crosse scored 281.5 points to claim the team title, and UW Eau Claire followed the Titans in third place with 90 points. The remaining positions went to UW Stout with 73 points, UW Whitewater with 62 points, UW Stevens Point with 32.5 points, UW Platteville with 19 points, and UW River Falls with 11 points. Megan Hunt, the junior from Lamont, Illinois, scored 3,472 points in the heptathlon, winning the event and breaking Taylor Sherry's program record of 3,466 points from the 2015 season. Brenna Masleroff, the senior from Franklin, Wisconsin, threw 18 meters for first place in the 20-pound weight throw. Sina Madigan, the junior from Rosendale, Wisconsin, won the 800-meter run with a time of 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Amelia Lehman, the junior from Oshkosh, Wisconsin, took second place in the 5,000-meter run on Friday with a time of 5 minutes and finished second in the 3,000-meter run on Saturday afternoon with a time of 9 minutes 58 seconds. The UW Oshkosh men's track and field team took second place with 161 total points on the final day of competition in the WIAC Championship presented by Culver's. UW La Crosse won the team title with 242.5 points, and UW Eau Claire finished third with 85 points. The next five spots went to UW Whitewater with 73 points, UW Stout with 48.5 points, UW Stevens Point with 23 points, UW Platteville with 20 points, and UW River Falls with 9 points. Caleb Cornelius, the junior from Racine, Wisconsin, was Oshkosh's event winner on Saturday, collecting a first-place finish on the high jump for the third consecutive year with a height of 2.1 meters. The height tied his personal record, that is the third highest mark in program history, on Friday. Joshua Rivers, the senior from Chicago, Illinois, won the long jump with a career best mark of 7.31 meters. Zach Zerjabel, the junior from Merton, Wisconsin, won the pole vault by vaulting 4.87 meters. Aiden Sears, the junior from Eureka, Illinois, ran a program record time of 8.02 seconds in the 60-meter hurdles final round to finish second in the event.
Congrats to all the winners at the WIAC track.
Yeah, and I think that we should be trusting Matt Lewis with the future of this team. I mean, Matt Lewis won us a national championship. He has so much credibility as a coach, and honestly, I think he did a good job down the stretch with some of the youthful players. He gave them a lot of minutes. We saw a lot of good stuff out of MMG, that's Michael Metcalf-Grassman. I mean, he was second on the team with points, averaging 2.4, and he actually shot over 50% from the field. Him and Tristan Johannek, the freshman forward, they both at the end of the year really started to put on a show, and to be honest, I was pretty impressed with the way that the future looks. Yeah, there's a lot to like from Webster. They're ranked 24th in the nation by D3Hoops.com, and the Gorlocks, which we were kind of laughing about their mascot name. Don't know who chose the Gorlocks, but anyways, they earned its 8th straight NCAA tournament bid after they won their third straight St. Louis Intercollegiate Athletic Conference tournament title by taking down Westminster of Missouri 71-56 in February. Yeah, honestly, I don't think we should be hating on the Titans pitching too much on the baseball side, just because they have Connor Brinkman, who is an all-WIAC pitcher. He was really good last year, and I think he just needs some time to get ready for the season. They also had LJ Waco, too, in relief. And now I know Waco pretty well. We used to live together when baseball lifted in the rec. And actually, he had some thoughts about maybe transferring. Michigan State was actually taking a look at him. Instead, They did not end up signing him. He did not go to the transfer portal. He comes back for his last year of eligibility, and I think we're going to see a very good season out of him.
Yeah, and moving on from the baseball, softball aspect, let's take a look at the track and field, Jacob. I know you talked about that a little earlier. Let's dive into that more.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a very strong finish for both teams at the indoor meet. Now, next week, they are going to have the last chance meet for the qualifiers for the NCAA Indoor Championships. And just looking at some of these, runners, they have a really good chance to place in some of those NCAA events. I mean, you have Sina Madigan, who won the 800-meter run. That was a strong performance. Brenna Masleroff, she's been one of the best in the business for the weight throw for a long time as she is a senior. She's had 4 really good years, threw for 18 meters in the last meet. And of course, Megan Hunt with, 3,472 points in the heptathlon. That's always a really good number when you have over 3,000 points in the heptathlon. So I think we have, on the women's side at least, we have a lot of contenders for an NCAA title.
Yeah, obviously great to see the Bucks back on track. And I'd love to hear about their G League team as well, the Herd. Jacob, take us to the Herd.
Yeah, unfortunately, as of late, the Herd have actually gone in the other direction as the Bucks. The Herd ended the first half of the regular season on a 6-game winning streak just before the All-Star break. But then, as soon as they came back from the break, they've lost their last 2 games to the Rip City Remix. The last game they played was on Saturday in front of the second largest crowd, actually, in the history of the Oshkosh Arena. The Wisconsin Herd fell to the Rip City Remix 109-106 in overtime. Now, in overtime, which the G League rules are a little bit different, there's actually a target score, so the Herd had to get to 109. Unfortunately, even though they led for most of the game by 20 points, they were not able to complete that comeback. And next game they will play is against the Capital City Go-Go, which is 12-9 on the year. They are 5th in the Eastern Conference, with tip-off scheduled for 6 p.m. on February 28th.
Awesome. Well, that's all the time we have here on Titan Recap. I hope you enjoyed, and we all had a great time here for the first show. So we'll be back here next week for episode 2. Thank you for joining us here on Titan Recap on Titan TV.